Right, so it's Sunday morning, it's 8 o'clock. I've got a lot to do because I'm going to be really busy this week. So I've got to get on with this engine as much as possible. Last night I put some RTV sealer, just a little bit, to hold this gasket in place, and I put a great big weight on top, and that gasket's now stayed in place. So now we're going to fit this. First of all, find our oil can. We get all these valvey things. A bit of a head start with a bit of oil. Especially in the push rods and things like that. Because it's got restricted oil flow to the head, it might take a little while for oil to get round, so it's best to give it a helping start. You know what I'm trying to say? Right, so that's that. You might have noticed here, I was looking through the instructions last night. What a sad life, eh? I was looking through the instructions for this compressor, and I realised I had it the wrong angle for the pipes. The pipes are supposed to come out the top. I thought they would be a bit high. I thought they came out the side, but they don't. They come out the top, so I've changed that. So what's that? I'm going to go with it. Right, let's put this cover on. We're not putting any sealer on it, nothing. And then we get these little rubber seals, put those in, 3 of those, and then we get the bolts here, and we tighten those down to 4 Newton meters. It isn't much, not 40. I'm just hoping it's going to compress that seal. Now I'll have to get my small torque wrench out for that, back in the tick. Right, 4 Newton meters isn't much at all. So I've got one of these little beam bars here, whatever you call them. This has got a nice scale, goes up to 9 Newton meters, so we can get this pretty accurate. Keep spinning it around. A lot of people tighten these up so bloody tight. It's leaking oil. Better tighten it up. And these are only cheap. I don't use these because they're cheap, but it's easier than a click wrench sometimes. Because what I found out is, I'll tell you this. What I found out with the cheap clicky wrenches is they can't hear a click, you have to feel a click. That's why I don't like them. The small ones, that is. That's all nicely compressing now. Right, that one's up to 4. That's up to 4. And that one's done. Now, I think what thing next we'll do is we'll fit the injectors. So this is a set of refurbished injectors, customer supplied. 200 TDI ones are completely different to 300 TDI ones, just be aware of that. And they are getting hard to get, so I think, I'm not sure if these have had new nozzles in or not, or they've just been stripped and tested. They don't look particularly clean here, but if they've been tested and they're working, well, that's good enough for me. Now, wait a minute, before I lose all these things, we're going to put the gaskets on, little copper washers, and of course these are genuine ones, not brickbat ones. I'll put them on, rubbish. Not taking a chance of these leaking, because you see, when you tighten them down, now I've just did a video, my videos are all upside down now because these are from weeks ago, so this is like in the future. But these are real copper washers. And you can see there's a little dimple. A lot of people get that the wrong way around. They think that the dimple, don't lose them. You see in there's a little hollow. The washer goes that way, like that. So there's a little raised bit goes towards the head. Because if you put it that way, you don't really do all that much. So I do it like that, and it seals them better. Now, why can you catch a crab with brick part washers? Because they're steel, you'll keep tightening these clamps down because they'll be leaking. You'll be tightening them and not getting anywhere because the washer's steel. You might as well not bother. So anyway, what we're going to do is going to take off our clamps that we put on here. I can't get over that Walter galvanised spray. Look at that, it's lovely, look. Really good. Right, so I'm going to use some copper slip on these. Why? Why not use the aluminium stuff like I used to do? I ain't got none left. And we're going to coat the injectors and a little bit around the nozzle here, so that the washer, when it goes on, like that, won't come off when you put it in the injector. Now, got to make sure that these are all clean. Yep, looks alright to me. Whoever takes this engine apart in the future will thank you for putting like a bit of copper grease on there. They really will, because I have a slider hammer to pull these out with, and you should never undo, you know, I've got two flats on here, you should never undo them like this, because there's a very fine thread here that can strip, and also inside they're locked together there's a very fine alignment pin. You break that, injectors scrap. Right, you should know by now that these little clamp plates have actually got a curve in them, and that's the way they go in. Not that way, they go rounded bit to the top. Also, injectors on the 200 TDI, the hole for the spill return here goes towards the back. So once we've got all these in, we can tighten this down to 20 Newton meters. Oh, if you notice there's a lot of pile of sawdust down there, it's not because I spilt a load of oil and there was a barrel on the side, it's nothing to do with that. It's just that I've got my wood pellets here, and a couple of the bags got wet, and when they do they swell up. So instead of throwing them out, we simply put them on the floor, lay them on, because it's a heated floor, and it dries them out, and then we can put them back into the burner again. Right, here goes 20 Newton meters, eh? Don't rattle these down with a gun. That's taking some tightening down. Sure about that. So we've got that in, we can put the pipes on, glow plug wiring, spill return, we can really crack on, so I'll go and get those out the container. The glow plugs supplied were brick part ones. Again, there's no names on them, there's nothing on them. They have been tested. You can see where they've been getting warm here, so they have been tested. The good saving grace about them is it's got the nuts on. Because if you get the Bearu ones, which are the original equipment, they don't come with the nuts, so just watch out for that one. So again, thread guard, copper slip, whatever you want to do, because it's going to make life a lot easier when these are taken out again. Because you know you're going to have to take them out again. We'll put those in, and then we'll tighten them down. I think, just wait a minute. 23 Newton meters, so it's 23 Newton meters to tighten these down. I'm just going to say something here about this AC pump here, because on the 300 TDI it was mounted in a different place. It made getting the glow plug out was a bitch. You had to take the bloody compressor off sometimes to get it out. Depends which model it was, but you couldn't get at them. That's no good, is it? So let's tighten these down and we'll see how we go. 23 newton meters, eh? The torque for the glow plugs is 2 newton meters. It's not much at all. So that's why you need a little gauge like this. Otherwise you can snap them off. You don't want them coming off, you don't want them shaking loose, but you can easily snap them. Of course the brick part one, so you might snap them anyway. There we go. Yeah. Well, it's a funny old situation with the brick part stuff, because we should be grateful really we can still get parts for these old Land Rovers, because otherwise they've been scrapped years ago. But because they're worldwide and they're a Defender, they are quite popular. Hold on to the wire whilst you tighten them up. Yeah, because like stuff generally like for Range Rovers and things, well, parts are generally hard to get, you know, for the Range Rover Classics. They didn't really follow up that much with them for aftermarket stuff. Right, that's on, that's on. What else can we fit now? We can fit the spill return. Fortunately, this customer is really good because it's all new parts. Makes life so much easier. So we'll start with this end. Now I do believe we have actually got some new nuts and washers. I saw them the other day. Let me see if I can find them. Indeed we do. Now with the injectors I noticed something, because it came with a set of these washers. You know, it came with a set of copper washers like that, which are kind of small, and these for the spill return, which are again kind of small. But well, we'll keep them for a rainy day, I suppose. Lose them somewhere. But we've got from the LR Centre, so there's probably Rip Part 1s in a different box, or a different bag. We've got the washers and the new nuts. Now I'm not really sure why we've got so much stuff that's new, but we have. There they are, they're all new. Now, of course, test these washers, eh? Where's my magnet? Yeah. Indeed, they are copper. There's not really all that much to see, really. It's just screwing a bloody old pipe on it. It's nothing special. There we go. So we're going to get these at the right angle. And we're going to continue and fit all these. And then we're going to have to dig out where the union is for the back of the pump here, where these fit on. Yeah, I don't know where they are. I've got a clue where they might be, but we'll find them.